Now in this video right now, I'm gonna be introducing you to the most powerful strategy that'll teach you how to go from feeling alone and completely single and lost in your love life to finally attracting the man that you've always wanted. It's gonna teach you how to make a man truly fall in love with you. Now in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact steps that I walk my coaching clients with in my Love Accelerator program, and these are called the little love steps, and it's the shortest path to take you from being single to an incredible relationship. Keep watching. Hey there, Adam LODOLCE from sexyconfidence.com, where I help you find love and do it with sexy confidence. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Make sure you give it a heart if you're watching this on Instagram. And also, if you want to learn how to apply the little love steps to your individual love situation, what I want you to do at the end of this video, we are currently taking applications to speak with myself or my team, and we are opening enrollment for the Love Accelerator coaching program. So if you want to be a part of that, or if you want to speak with myself or someone on my team about the Love Accelerator program, head on over to sexyconfidence.com/steps. We have an application over there and we have a few spots still available for the program. So let me walk you through the little love steps and how this will make a man fall deeply in love with you. Little love step number one is, you guessed it, building sexy confidence. The first step to making any man fall in love with you is for you to fall in love with you. Now, the me from 10 years ago would probably think that's like the cheesiest thing anyone's ever said. But it's an actual reality, because I've seen over the years so many women try to use tactics and tips and strategies to attract a great guy, but ultimately they end up sabotaging the relationship because they don't have a relationship with themselves. And that's what sexy confidence is all about. The confidence part is knowing your value. When you are in a relationship, knowing that you bring a lot of value to that relationship, and if he doesn't value you, you walk away. Then the sexy part is all about bringing that feminine energy, because without feminine energy, you're not going to have any type of polarity with his masculine energy. And as part of my coaching program, we talk a lot about masculine and feminine energy so that you can really bring that to a date, bring that to a new relationship, so that you can really have the magnetic spark that you're really looking for. Little love step number two is for you to create your love vision. If you don't have a bullseye to actually aim for, you're gonna miss it every single time. I mean, you need to have some type of vision of what it is that you want, and more importantly, what it is that you don't want. And before we have any of our coaching clients even going out there and really meeting men and going on dates with guys, we really have them go through a few different exercises to be able to truly define and think about it in really clear terms exactly what it is that they want in a person and what they don't want in a person, so that when they do start getting out there and meeting lots of guys, they can be more clear and more intentional about where they invest their energy. Because as you probably noticed, it's really easy to get sidetracked. Like, you can get out there and be talking to lots of people, and then you can meet that person who doesn't meet, by the way, any of your criteria that you're looking for, but you're just attracted to that person. And then you get distracted by the shiny light over here, and this is why you bounce from relationship to relationship, is because you don't have a clear love vision of what it is you truly want. Then you move on to little love step number three, which is to go out and start meeting quality men. At this point, you're starting to build your sexy confidence. You have an idea of what it is you're looking for with your love vision. Now it's time to go out there and be intentional about where it is that you're meeting these guys. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, because most people just kind of go about their everyday life. If their girlfriends are going to a local bar, they'll go to the bar. Or if there's some type of party, they just go to a party. But they're not actually being picky and choosing exactly the right places to go to meet the man that they want to find. So little love step number three is all about being very intentional about where you go to meet these men. Little love step number four is to qualify your dating options. This is basically the most fun little love step, and that is, you've been meeting a lot of different guys, and now you're going to go on dates with these guys to see if they're a fit for you. The goal of this little love step is to be talking to, in some way, at least 3 different guys that you're somewhat interested in. Because the more options that you have, the more guys that you're kind of going out with, the more power that you have. And by the way, this doesn't mean you should be hooking up with all of these guys. This certainly doesn't mean you're committed in a committed relationship with these guys. It just means that you have options of people you're talking to. And then as things progress with those guys, you move on to little love step number 5, which is pacing the progression of your connections. This is the point where these little love steps start to kick into gear, because you have a lot of options, and these men that you're talking to are going to be pursuing you in ways that you never knew before. And this is where it gets really interesting because you are going to start even slowing things down even further. He wants to see you next weekend. Well, you're going to have a lot of things going on. He wants to spend a weekend with you away at some cabin, but he doesn't want to commit to you. Not happening. This is where you slow things down, which inevitably makes him want to speed things up even faster. Then, once you get to a point where you've been talking to a few different guys, you've been slowing things down, and you decide you really want to move forward with one of these guys, that's when you get to little love step number 6, which is setting boundaries for a healthy, committed relationship. Now, a boundary in a relationship is just essentially what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in a healthy relationship. And the first boundary that you set in little love step number 6 is commitment, and what commitment really means and what it is in a relationship. And sometimes with some guys, you actually have to be very transparent and very clear about what that means. No more casual relationships with the little love steps. You have so much power at this point because you have built your confidence, you have guys you're talking to, and if this guy is not going to be a part of these boundaries you're setting, then you know what? Say that 4-letter magic word, which is next, and move on to the next guy. And then finally, once you're in a committed relationship for 3 to 6 months, you both have told each other that you love each other, you are clearly going in the same direction in life, this is where you go to little love step number 7. And this is the final little love step of going from being single to an incredible, healthy relationship. Little love step number 7 is aligning the relationship with a combined life vision. Now, alignment just simply means that you take 2 different things that might be going in slightly different directions and you tweak them each step of the way to going in the same direction. And that's really ultimately what a healthy relationship is all about, is making sacrifices and compromises each step of the way and making sure that you both want the same thing. And by the way, if you go along in little love step number 7, you're in it for a year and you find that he wants to go in this direction and you want to go in this direction, you want to have children, he doesn't, there could be a million different reasons, well, that means you might have to go back to little love step number 2, recreate your love vision, and then move back up the little love steps. Hopefully you can see how the little love steps take you from being single to a healthy relationship in the long term. So if you're at a point in your life where you are serious about finding a long-term healthy relationship and you are ready to invest your time, energy, and you're committed to this process, then I'd love to take some time out of my schedule or my team's schedule to speak with you directly to see if you're a fit for our Love Accelerator program. Head on over to sexyconfidence.com/steps where you can be able to watch a full training video about the little love steps and have the opportunity to apply to speak with one of us. Now, I should say this is a high-end coaching program. It's very high touch. We support you every single step of the way, so only apply if you're feeling really ready to make this happen. And finally, if you have a specific question about your own love life right now and you are curious how it applies to the little love steps, leave a comment below this video. I'm going to be choosing a few of those comments to make videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you, you sexy single lady, next week. Bye-bye.